everybody, and welcome to an Omega round, which is our second semi-final of IQL, the National Middle School Quiz League for schools from all over the country. We're going to find out from our 6 teams that we have with us today, which 3 are going to make it to the national finals. Let's meet those 6 teams on this one platform of IQL. We have teams from Mumbai, from Thiruvananthapuram, Karnal, Kachrapara in West Bengal, New Delhi and Bandel also in Hooghly in West Bengal. So first off, I'd like you to meet the team from Pawar Public School, Mumbai. We have Dey Mehta and Soham Pednekar. Dey, what class are you in?
Sir, I'm in grade 8.
In grade 8, he enjoys football inspired by Ronaldo, and he also speaks a couple of foreign languages, or certainly he's learning them, Russian and Spanish. Can you give us a line in either of the 2 languages?
Hola, mi nombre es Dey. Es un placer conocerlos a todos. I meant, hello, my name is Dey, and it is a pleasure to meet you all.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Dey, and to meet everybody. And that was terrific to hear you speak in Spanish in that way. More power to your love and learning of languages. And with him, his teammate is Soham Pednekar. Soham, what class are you in?
I'm in 7th standard.
You're in 7th. Okay, Soham, and he's interested in books. He enjoys mysteries, like Enlightened Mysteries, and he enjoys carom. He also cooks and bakes. What's the kind of thing you bake, Soham?
I like baking cakes, and especially I bake chocolate sponge cakes. And the most fun part in that is the decoration and icing. So I always try to experiment with that.
With the garnishing, fantastic. When the dressing up, good. So that's Soham and Dey from the team from Pawar Public School, Mumbai. Welcome to you both, and best of luck. And Soham, if you do well, you'll have to make cakes for other people. Okay, fantastic. And the next team we have with us is all the way from Thiruvananthapuram in Kerala, St. Thomas Residential. They were champions of their South Zone. And Siddharth, Nakul, pleasure to have you here. Congratulations. Siddharth, what class are you in?
I study in class 7.
Which one?
I study in class 7.
You're in the 7th. Okay, Siddharth, you look like a mature 7th class student. I'm told from my notes that Siddharth enjoys public speaking, loves to participate in MUN. What's MUN?
Like MUN is basically a form of debate. It's called mock UNs, where students represent countries and talk about issues of global concern.
Well, I know about the mock UN debates. I didn't know that MUN was its nickname, or sort of, short form. Great to have you with us. And he's also into quizzing, so that probably accounts for your performance. Good to have you with us. And then we have Nakul Sham. Nakul plays the tabla, loves dancing on Bollywood music. Here, he's all wired up, so we can't have him stand and, show us a little demo, and enjoys fiction and mythology. Nakul, give us a tal on the tabla. Call it out for us, for the occasion.
Din din da da din din da na din din da da din din da. This is known as the teen tal, which has 16 beats. It's one of the most fundamental tals in tabla.
Teen tal, that means you've been studying Hindustani classical music.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Terrific to hear that. Teen tal, what class are you in, Nakul?
I'm studying class 7.
You two are in the 7th. So both of you in the 7th. You're both very welcome, and hope you play according to form and do well in this particular round. Best of luck. So from Thiruvananthapuram, let's move north to Karnal and to the team from Pratap Public School, where we have Archit Singla and Vibhor Gupta. Both are apparently class 8 student. Archit, I gather you enjoy playing cricket, quizzing, and you love exploring cities. Which city would you like to explore next?
So the next city which I would like to explore is Mumbai, because I had heard that the people of Mumbai are very nice, and I also want to taste the street food of Mumbai. I had been heard a very praise about the street food of Mumbai, like the dabeli, the ragda patties and all.
Fantastic, Archit. Yes, indeed. Mumbai has a lot to offer by way of street food. And I'm sure you'll enjoy that, and all sorts of other things in Mumbai. It's a buzzing city which never sleeps. Welcome. With Archit from the Karnal team is Vibhor Gupta. Vibhor, hi. Apparently, you enjoy learning and speaking different languages. Which are the languages you speak?
Sir, I can speak French, Spanish, and Italian.
French, Spanish, and Italian. Okay, speak to us in French.
Okay, sir. Bonjour, je m'appelle Vibhor. Je habite à Karnal. Je suis étudiant.
Wow. What's that? Translate that for us.
Hello, I am Vibhor Gupta. I live in Karnal and I am a student.
Okay, Vibhor, you're class 8 student and you've been quizzing well along with Archit to have gotten this far into this round. Best of luck to you both. I hope you are able to make it into the national finals. Let's move.
Thank you, sir.
From Karnal in the north, you're welcome. Pratap Public School. Let's move across to St. Joseph's in Kachrapara, which is in West Bengal. Atiksh, Debojyoti, you're both very welcome to this round. Atiksh, tell us about Kachrapara. Where is it exactly? Everybody doesn't know where exactly it is.
So actually, Kachrapara is a very small town in the North 24 Parganas district of West Bengal.
All right, okay. And near the Hooghly?
So yes, actually it's near the Hooghly.
Okay, Atiksh apparently loves surfing on the internet, playing PC and video games and practicing HTML and coding, completely, plugged on to his computer most of the time. What's your favorite game?
Sir, my favorite game now is Garena Free Fire, which I play at least once a day.
At least once a day. Okay, and I'm not sure if your parents enjoy too much gaming on the computer, but I'm sure you do all sorts of other things. And quizzing on the net, like we are doing right now. Best of luck to you, Atiksh. And let's meet your teammate, Dibojyoti Ghosh. Dibojyoti is into classical music and Rabindra Sangeet, drawing landscapes and loves to travel. What are the kinds of things you like to paint in your landscape paintings?
So like mountain landscapes, like a mountain and a river nearby.
Okay, very good. And which mountains have you been to? Have you been to any mountains? It's all from your imagination, from movies and pictures.
Sir, I've been to Mount Kanchenjunga.
Okay, so Kurseong or Darjeeling or thereabouts, you visited those places?
Yes, sir. When I was a little boy, I was too small.
Fantastic, Debojyoti, Atiksh, welcome to you both. We move back to the north now, to New Delhi and Faith Academy, where we have Ananya Gupta and Shaurya Agarwal. Ananya enjoys playing badminton, enjoys quizzing and reading books. Which is the last book that you read, which you'd like to tell us about, or short story? Tell us.
Sir, The Blue Umbrella by Ruskin Bond.
Yeah, that's a lovely story, Ananya. You're welcome to this contest. Hope you do well and move on to the next round. With you is your teammate, Shaurya Agarwal, who likes shooting games and battle games as video games, of course, not otherwise, and on reading and enjoying Chinese cuisine, which he cooks. What do you cook?
So I cook chow mein, and many times I have cooked in garlic sauce many things.
Okay, different things in garlic sauce, but vegetarian, non-vegetarian, only vegetarian?
Sir, I am a vegetarian.
So you cook vegetarian as well, obviously. And what you cook, do other people eat?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that means it's good enough. Cook up this quiz for your best performance. Ananya, Shaurya, do well. You're very welcome, Faith Academy. We move back to West Bengal and to Bandel, which is on the Hooghly, which used to be, I believe, a Portuguese factory and site at one point of time, a colony. Devapom, Prithvi, you're both very welcome to this round. Tell us about Bandel, Devapom.
Sir, as you told, Bandel was a Portuguese site where the Portuguese had come, and for that there are many historical sites here, and the city is located by the Hooghly River.
And you belong to a Jesuit institution, Don Bosco, isn't that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you're welcome, Devapom. With you is Prithvi Panda. Prithvi loves to dance on the beats of K-pop music. Wow, wow. So you enjoy that kind of music, likes browsing and does acrylic painting. What do you paint, Prithvi Panda?
Sir, I usually like to paint anime characters.
Anime, as
Yes.
in Japanese figures or in... Tell us more about anime.
Sir, I usually watched when I was very much small, and now also I like to watch it very much. And I usually watch Beyblade series and Pokemon series. I used to watch Dragon Ball Z's, and I also read their manga in English version.
And you've been inspired to start painting on acrylic from those figures, right?
Yes,
All
sir.
the kind of anime for which Japan is famous in their graphics and in their cartoons and in their movies and television and all the rest of it. That's where you picked it up from, Prithvi Panda. Good to know about that. Good to have you with us. Devapom Prithvi from Don Bosco Bandel. Best of luck for this particular round. So those are our 6 teams from different parts of the country. 3 of them will qualify for the national final. Which 3 are they going to be? We'll soon find out. We'll begin with our very first round of this Omega semi-final. That round is called Ladder List. What happens in the ladder list round is each team will be assigned a subject with a finite number of possible answers. Teams must list out any 8 names or items related to the subject in 45 seconds. There are 5 points for every correct answer, and there's no negative marking. So feel free to consult and give me at least 8 answers. There are 10 bonus points for all 8 correct answers. Okay? Best of luck. Let's move on to the first team. Pawar Public School, Mumbai, Dhyay, Soham. It's a rapid fire round for you. You have to name 8 on this particular subject, which is coming up on your screen now. 15 most spoken languages in the world. Okay? Well, the subject of languages came up earlier, and here you are. You have to name 8, any 8 of the 15 most spoken languages in the world. Most spoken, when we say most spoken, we mean the highest amount of people, population speaking this particular language, and we'll go by the latest figures available from Ethnologue. Okay? So, Dhyay, Soham, you can consult. If you're ready, you have 45 seconds. We'll start your time now.
English.
Mandarin.
English, you say. Mandarin Chinese, I'll accept that.
Spanish.
You say Spanish, that's 3.
French.
You say French.
German.
Or which one?
German.
German. You say German among the most spoken languages? No?
Russian.
Russian.
Arabic.
Arabic, you say?
Hindustani.
Hindi.
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 Yeah.
Portuguese.
Portuguese, you say?
Yes. And Japanese.
You think Japanese is among the 8 most spoken languages? Yes! And you maxed it. Absolutely right. You get 8, so you get 40 points and a bonus. So you're up to 50. Let's see what the other languages are. There you are. Bengali, Punjabi, Marathi, Telugu, Wu Chinese, Turkish, and Korean are among the 15 most spoken languages in the world. So that's your total list. The second team to take on a ladder list is going to be the team from Thiruvananthapuram, St. Thomas Residential. If you're ready, this is your subject. Take a look. The books by J.K. Rowling. Are you familiar with the works? Is this something you'll be able to tackle, you think?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I hope so. Try and do as well as you can. Your 45 seconds. We'll start your time now.
Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
Chamber of Secrets, you
The
say.
Philosopher's Stone.
And then you say Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Deathly Hallows. Goblet of Fire and the Order of Phoenix.
Deathly
Prisoner of
Hallows,
Azkaban.
Goblet of Fire.
Order
Order of
As the
Phoenix.
Order of Azkaban. Okay, all right.
Order of Phoenix. A Prisoner of Azkaban.
Correct.
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
And the Ichabod.
Fantastic Beasts. Which is the last one you mentioned?
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
The Ichabod.
Ichabod. Spell that for me.
D-I-C-K-A-A-B-O-G.
All right, I'll accept that, and that is correct. Absolutely right. You too max it. 8 correct answers over there. That fetches you 40 and the bonus thereby. of 10 points, which takes you to 50. Ichabod, in fact, was a last fairy story, the children's story written after the Deathly Hallows book. And at this point of time, I want to reveal all the other books she's written. She's also written books which are not just for children. And this is the total list of books by J.K. Rowling. That's the lot. So 2 opening rounds of ladder lists, and the first 2 teams have done brilliantly to max it. We'll move on to the next team now, and that team happens to be Pratap Public School from Karnal. Okay, Archit Singla, Vibhor Gupta, best of luck to both of you. Your ladder list subject is this. Okay, Pro Kabaddi League teams. Familiar with Pro Kabaddi? Do you track it along?
Yes, sir.
You have to name 8. Try and
Yes,
max
sir.
it. Like
Yes,
the
sir.
other 2 teams. Archit, Vibhor, you have 45 seconds. Start putting together that list now.
Patna Pirates,
Patna Pirates,
Jaipur Pink Panther,
Jaipur Pink Panther,
Haryana Steelers,
Bangalore Bulls.
Bangalore Bulls, you said?
U Mumba,
Haryana
U
Steelers.
Mumba,
Haryana Steelers, okay.
U Mumba,
U Mumbai is also correct. Good.
Telugu Titans.
UP Yodha,
Puneri, which one did you say? Puneri Paltan?
Pulani
No.
UP
Paltan.
Yodha.
UP Yodha?
Tamil Vibhor, is it Tamil Thalivas?
Yes. And Telugu Titans also.
Well, you've got Tamil Talaivas, which is absolutely correct. And you mentioned some which are beyond this list. So you to max it, you've got 50 points on the board, including that bonus of 10 points for getting all 8 right. Here are the rest of the Pro Kabaddi League teams coming up on your screen.
Sir, my favorite team is Haryana Steelers, as I'm from Haryana.
Sir, mine too.
Okay, so absolutely. So the Karnal team, Haryana Steelers is their favorite team over there. Okay, good. 50 points is even better. Now we'll move on to the next team. So St. Joseph's Kalchapara is on next. Atish and Devujyoti. The one to aim for is nothing less than 50 points, but try and get as many as you can anyway. Okay, this is your ladder list subject. 10 longest rivers in India. You have to name any 8 of the 10 longest rivers in India. Okay? They could be flowing entirely in India or partly through India, but you have to name any 8 of the 10 longest rivers in India. If you're ready, St. Joseph's, we'll start your time now.
Sir, Indus,
Indus,
Brahmaputra,
Brahmaputra,
Ganga,
Ganga,
Godavari.
sorry,
Sir, Godavari,
Godavari, you say?
Narmada,
Narmada, you say?
Yamuna,
Yamuna? Also there. 2 more, and you have 20 seconds.
Sir, Kaveri,
Kaveri. Yes.
Krishna,
Krishna. Yes, you two have got 50. Fantastic, Devujyoti and Atish. Very good going. Okay, that leaves just 2 which you haven't included. You didn't need to. And the 10 longest rivers in India include these 2 rivers coming up on your screen. Mahanadi and Tapti. Okay, so that was a relatively easy run you had there compared to the others, but you did well to get them all in. Fantastic. So all 4 teams, first 4 teams have got 50 apiece. Time to move on to team number 5 to take on the ladder list, and that team is Faith Academy, New Delhi, Ananya Shaurya. Take heart from what they've done before you, be confident, consult with each other, and try and name any 8 of this subject. Alia Bhatt films. Are you familiar with Alia Bhatt films, Ananya?
Yes, sir.
Shaurya is nodding his head. Okay. You have to name 8 in 45 seconds. Okay. Best of luck. We'll start your time now.
Sir, Street Dancer.
Street dancer, you think?
ABCD.
ABCD, Alia Bhatt.
Student of the year 2.
Student of the year. 2 as well as student of the year. Both of them I'll accept.
And sir, ABCDs are also 2.
She hasn't done ABCD. That's the wrong person you're talking about. Ananya, come on. 17 seconds.
Kalank. Brahmastra.
Kalank is correct. Yes, Shaurya.
Brahmastra.
Brahmastra is not yet on. Released film. What did you say, Ananya? I couldn't hear that. Sorry, Ananya, repeat that. I'll take it if I can hear it. What is it?
Website triple R.
Triple R. There's no triple R among her films. And Shaurya, what did you say last? I missed that.
Sir, Razi.
Razi. I'll accept Razi. Okay. You said Razi before the clock went out, but I was trying to hear what Ananya said and wasn't clear. You know, when you're online, some of the audio feeds are not clear at times, but I did hear you saying something within that time, so I will accept that. You've got 4 in, right? So you've got 20 points.
I think she also did Brahmastra.
Brahmastra has not yet been released. These are films which have already been released. We are not talking about all the films that she's preparing for, okay? So these are the films of Alia Bhatt that have already come out. Let's see what the rest of the films are. You missed Highway, you missed 2 States, you missed Hamti Sharmi Ki Dulhania, Ugly, she has a small role, Shandar, Kapoor and Sons, Udta Punjab, Ae Dil Hai Mushkil, Dear Zindagi, Badrinath Ki Dulhania, Gully Boy, that was a really big one. These are among the films that she was part of. There you are. So you got 4 of them right, and so you got 20 points, Faith Academy. We'll move on to the 6th team in this Omega semi-final of IQL, and that team is Don Bosco Bandel. Okay, I know Devapom Prithvi, you're dying to know what your subject is. This is your subject coming up on the screen. Asian Games host cities. Cities that have hosted the Asian Games. You're familiar with the Asian Games, right? Happens every 4 years in different places throughout Asia. You have to name any 8 cities that have hosted the Asian Games. Okay? If you're ready, Devapom, Prithvi, let's see both your hands up. Prithvi. Okay. Devapom, you too. Okay. Both your hands. I'd like to see both your hands. All right. We'll start your time now.
Sir, Hangzhou.
Hangzhou is correct.
Sir, Jakarta.
Delhi.
Jakarta is also correct. New Delhi is also correct.
Sir, Glasgow.
Glasgow in Asia.
Shanghai.
Guangzhou.
Guangzhou we've already put in. Shanghai is not among them.
Sir, Hangzhou also.
Guangzhou, no, Hangzhou is not there. Guangzhou was there.
Seoul.
Sir,
Seoul is correct. Yes, Seoul.
Pyeongchang.
4 more. Keep going. Name different cities. Asian cities. Come on, 5 seconds.
Sir, Chongqing.
What is Chongqing?
So it's a place.
Where?
So I do not remember the country, but I remember.
No, it certainly never hosted the Asian Games, even if there is a place by that name, which I'm not aware of at this point of time. But you've got 20 points like Faith Academy. Let's see what the other cities are who have hosted the Asian Games. Here's the complete list. Manila, Tokyo. You missed Tokyo. You missed Beijing, big cities. Hiroshima, Busan, Doha, Tehran, and Incheon. Okay? So you got 4 of them right. You got 20 points, boys. Let's take a look at the scores at the end of our opening round, the ladder list. We have 2 teams bunched at the bottom, Faith Academy, New Delhi, and Don Bosco Bandel at 20 points apiece, but lots of rounds left to make up in. And then we have 4 teams bunched up in the top position. St. Joseph's Kanchapara, Pratap Public School Karnal, St. Thomas Residential Thiruvananthapuram, and Pawar Public School Mumbai, all at 50 points. My God. we move on to our next, which is called direct fire. Teams are familiar with the rules of direct fire. There are 2 cycles of questions over here. That's 12 questions in all. Teams are assigned a question in turn. They have 10 seconds to answer that question in. At any point, the other teams can buzz in, but can attempt it only after the team to whom it's assigned has attempted it. All right? A question may pass up to 5 times till a correct answer is given, and no team answers. 4 choices will appear for all to buzz in. This too can pass once more. There are 10 points for a correct answer, and on the buzzer, if it's correct, it's +5. If it's wrong, it's -5. Those are the rules. Teams are familiar with them. Right. Let's move on to the first question of direct fire, and that goes to Pawar Public School, Mumbai. Dhye, Soham. You'll get 10 points if you answer this within 10 seconds. Your direct fire question is: which board game, sharing its name with a 2020 film on Netflix, is derived from the medieval Indian game Pachisi?
Ludo.
Ludo, Soham says. And that is correct, absolutely right. Pachisi is even mentioned in the Mahabharata, they say Akbar played it in the courtyard of Fatehpur Sikri with slave girls as pieces. So you get 10 points for getting that right. Ludo is the correct answer. We'll move on to St. Thomas, Thiruvananthapuram. They get the next direct fire question. St. Thomas Residential, Siddharth, Nakul, this is it. Tenali Ram was one of the Ashtadiggajas in which emperor's court?
Krishnadeva
Raya, 10 points, bang on. Fantastic performance from the teams. That is correct. And so they get 10 points for getting that right. Ashtadiggajas was the collective title given to the 8 Telugu scholars and poets in the court of Krishnadeva Raya of the Vijayanagar Empire. So both Pawar Public and St. Thomas doing very well with the direct fire questions. Archit, Vibhor, I hope you're all ready. Everybody else sharp on the buzzer. The third question coming up for you, Pratap Public School, Karnal, is what topical, beg your pardon, English word comes from the Italian word for 40 days?
Do you know? 40 days.
More Italian, what are the subjects?
Fortnight.
It's very topical. Give me an answer.
Yeah, I said fortnight.
You said fortnight. That is not correct. Siddharth from St. Thomas's has gone for it on the buzzer. St. Thomas, what's your answer?
Quarantine.
Quarantine is correct. Quarantine is the correct answer. Absolutely. That's why we said topical. It's so current at this point of time of the pandemic where everybody has to quarantine. But originally, it was 40 days, and that's what it stands for, quarantine. It comes from the practice in Italy of ships arriving in Venice from infected ports who are required to sit at anchor for 40 days before anybody from the ship could land on shore. So quarantine is the correct answer. Siddharth got it right for St. Thomas and picked up 5 points for his team over there. We'll move on now to the fourth direct fire question that goes to St. Joseph's, Kachrapara. Atiksh, Dipajyoti, this is your question. By what name do we better know the lump formed by the angle of the thyroid cartilage surrounding the larynx?
Vocal cords. A voice box.
A lump, no, neither of them.
Epiglottis.
No, you're allowed only one, I'm afraid. None of them are correct. In any case, including the first one that you had. Once again, Siddharth has gone for it on the buzzer. Siddharth Gopal, what is your answer?
Adam's apple.
Adam's apple, this thing, which after puberty and adolescence, all men get it over here. This thing on your neck, Adam's apple. St. Thomas Residential get 5 points for getting another bonus right. I'm afraid you missed that, St. Joseph's. We'll move on now to the next direct fire question to Faith Academy, New Delhi. And this is your question. As a child, Indira Gandhi created a group of young girls and boys who protested against the British. What was the group called? Don't know? Once again, Siddharth from St. Thomas's has gone for it. Siddharth, what's your answer?
Monkey Brigade.
Can you give me the Indian term for it?
Vanara Seva.
Vanar Sena, I'll accept that. Vanar Sena is correct. And you must have read about that in school, Ananya, Shaurya, but I'm afraid you didn't get that. Siddharth is having a great streak in this direct fire round on the buzzer. He's buzzer Siddharth. Okay, he's picked up another 5 points for his team. Don Bosco Bandel, you get the 6th direct fire question, which is this. Which sovereign mountain kingdom became a part of India in 1975? 10 seconds.
Kashmir.
In 75? No, incorrect. And this time, Shaurya Agarwal of Faith Academy, New Delhi has gone for it on the buzzer. Shaurya, what's your answer?
Sikkim.
Sikkim is absolutely correct. You pick up 5 points. Very good, Shaurya. A good one to get. It was in 1975 that Sikkim became part of India after a referendum. Okay, so that's 5 points for Faith Academy, New Delhi. We'll reverse direction of questions at this point of time. We'll go anti-clockwise, beginning with Don Bosco Bandel. You'll get questions with visual clues. And Debo, Pom, and Prithvi, your first question is this. Identify this lady who was the first woman president of the United Nations General Assembly. 10 seconds. First woman president of the United Nations General Assembly. Can you identify this person?
Queen Elizabeth.
She looks like Queen Elizabeth to you? It is Atiksh from St. Joseph's, Kanchapara, who's gone for it. Atiksh, wait for me to name the person before answering. Yes, Atiksh, what's your answer?
Sir, Vijay Lakshmi Pandit.
Vijay Lakshmi Pandit is the correct answer. That is correct. Vijay Lakshmi Pandit, who was the daughter of Motilal Nehru and the sister of Jawaharlal Nehru. As a matter of fact, she was the first woman president of the United Nations General Assembly. Distinguished, also served as India's ambassador to Moscow and to Washington and Mexico too. All right, we'll move on to the next question. And that question goes to Faith Academy, New Delhi. This is your question. Identify this American astronaut and aeronautical engineer who made news in 1969 once again. Okay, that's the person I'm asking you to identify. 10 seconds. Sorry, Shaurya, can you repeat that?
Neil Armstrong.
Yes, because it was 50 years of the moon landing, of man landing on the moon. It was 50 years. So he was in the news in 2019. That's Neil Armstrong indeed. Along with Edwin Aldrin and Michael Collins, he was on that moon mission, Apollo 11, and he was the first man on the moon. So you pick up 10 points for getting that right for Faith Academy. Okay, great. We'll move on to the next question, and that goes to St. Joseph's, Kanchapara. Okay, Atiksh Jha, Dibujyoti Ghosh, this statue of Christ the Redeemer is a landmark of which South American city?
Sir, Rio de Janeiro.
Rio de Janeiro is correct, absolutely. 10 points to you. Teams are picking up well on this second cycle of direct fire. That is absolutely correct. It's a 98 feet statue, completed in 1931, and is what distinguishes Rio de Janeiro. Those who may have been watching the Olympics telecast at Rio would have noticed this, standing on top of a hill, looking down on the city of Rio de Janeiro. All right, on to the fourth question in this round. The direct fire question goes to Pratap Public School, Karnal. This is your question. Identify this semi-aquatic rodent that is known for building dams. Okay, Archit Vibhor, that's the creature.
Archit, do you know? I think hamster.
Yes, you speak.
Hamster.
Hamster. It's not a hamster, I'm afraid. And once again, on the buzzer is Siddharth from St. Thomas Residential. Yes, Siddharth, what's your answer?
Beavers.
It is a beaver. That's right. Found in great numbers in North America. And they use tree branches, vegetation, rocks, and mud to build dams and lodges. Beavers build lodges as well. They're great builders, engineers, natural mammalian engineers. And so you pick up 5 points for that, Siddharth. Gopal, I'm afraid Pratap Public, you missed that. St. Thomas, you're next. And this is your question. Okay. Adar Poonawalla is the chief executive of which company renowned as the world's largest vaccine manufacturer? Name the company.
Serum Institute of India.
Say that again.
Serum Institute.
It is the Serum Institute of India. Absolutely, 10 points to you. St. Thomas Residential. What a round you've been having so far in this Omega semi-final of IQL. 10 points. It is the Serum Institute. We'll move on now to the last question of direct fire, which gets aimed at Pawar Public School. Okay, boys, let's have you back. Dhey Mehta, Som Pidnekar. This is your question. This picture promotes which 2019 feature film about the accomplishment of a group of ISRO scientists? Dhey, Soham, name the film.
Mangalyaan. Mission
Name of the
Mangal
movie.
is the name of the film. Mission Mangal.
Mangal is the answer I wanted to hear. I'll accept that. It is Mission Mangal, absolutely right. And you can see the host of female actors who played all those prominent, very pioneering women scientists. Absolutely right. Mission Mangal is the correct answer. You get 10 points for that. Terrific round of direct fire. As a matter of fact, we've had a very high scoring round so far. Let's see what those scores are. Put those scores onto the scoreboard. Don Bosco Bandel is at 20. Faith Academy is in 5th place with 35. Pratap Public School is at 50. At 4th place, St. Joseph's Kachapara is in 3rd place with 65. Pawar Public School, Mumbai is at 70. And St. Thomas Residential, Thiruvananthapuram is ahead of the pack with 90. Teams at the bottom, you have lots of opportunity left to rebuild because we have next Super Sixer, in which you can get 40 points. And the very last round, as a matter of fact, is countdown, final countdown, in which you can make up to 60 points. So let's move on to Super Sixers. In Super Sixers, there are 6 grids. Each team gets a thematic grid of 9 tiles. In 45 seconds, the team has to pick 6 correct names related to that theme in consultation amongst themselves, and choices can be changed within the allotted time. That's 45 seconds. There are 5 points for every correct answer. 1 wrong answer will take the team to 0. There's 10 bonus points for all 6 correct answers being given within the time limit. Okay, so once again, in anti-clockwise order, we'll begin with the team from Don Bosco Bandel, that's Dibapom and Prithvi. This is your chance to make up a lot of points. Your Super Sixer theme is this. Indian Gallantry Awards. Gallantry Awards given by the government of India. Dibapom, Prithvi, you have to pick the 6 right ones out of these 9. Let's put in all the 9 names onto the screen. 45 seconds. You have 45 seconds. We'll start your time now.
Sir, Paramveer Chakra.
Paramveer Chakra.
Sir, Ashok Chakra.
Ashok Chakra, you say?
Chakra.
Which one? Devapam, what did you say?
Chakra.
Which one?
Sir, Mahavir Chakra.
Mahavir Chakra. Okay, Devapam, you have to speak up and let's see both your hands.
Sir,
Veer Chakra.
Sir, Veer Chakra.
You think Veer Chakra? So you've got in 4, 2 more to go. You've got 18 seconds. Devapam, I want to see both your hands in the screen. Raise
Sir,
them.
Kirti. Sir, Kirti.
Kirti Chakra, you say, all right.
Sena Chakra.
No, not Sena Chakra.
No Sena Chakra, sure.
Saurya.
Okay, just in the nick of time, you said Shaurya Chakra. Let's put that in. Okay, let's see how many you got right. You said Paramveer Chakra, Mahavir Chakra, Kirti Chakra, Ashok Chakra, and Veer Chakra. Are they all right? Correct. And Shaurya Chakra, which you got in the dying seconds of your Super Sixer round, is that correct too? Yes! 20 points to you. Devapom, Prithvi, you're back in the game. You've got 40 points for that. Good going for you. Congratulations. And let's move on to the next team. And that team is Faith Academy, New Delhi. This is your subject. Animals in Indian epics. Okay? You have to name the 6 which are in the Indian epics, like Ramayana and Mahabharata. All right? So here are your 9 choices.
Sir,
The
Jatayu.
6 which are there, we'll start your time now.
Sir, Jatayu.
Jatayu, you say, lock it.
Eravat,
Eravat, you say, lock it. You said Ghatotkach, are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ghatotkach, you said, all right.
Sir, Sampati.
Sampati, okay, take Sampati.
Sir, Kamdhenu.
Kamdhenu, you say, you can change at any point. You have 15 seconds.
Sir, please remove Ghatotkach.
Remove Ghatotkach, okay.
Sir, Jamban.
Jambavan, you say, okay, let's put in Jambavan. There's one more if you want to name it. Sorry? Okay. That's time. You've named 5. You named Jatayu, Sampati. Beg your pardon?
Sir, I said keep Ghatotkach in later. You didn't hear.
Ghatotkach. In between you said remove it. And now after the timer was up, you said Ghatotkach again, but I'm afraid it's too late. But you did name 5 of them. You said Jatayu, you said Sampati, you said Eravat, you said Kamdhenu, and you said Jambavan. Now, if you had named Ghatotkach, you think you would have gotten a full points and a bonus, Shaurya?
Yes, sir.
But thank God you didn't, because Ghatotkach is wrong. Okay. Ghatotkach was the son of Bhim. Dushala was the sister of the Kauravas. And Malyavan was a maternal granduncle of Ravan. Okay? So you got 5 there, 25 points, which is good going indeed. And thank God it was yes, no, maybe out for Ghatotkach, because if we had locked it, you would have gone to 0. Okay, so let's move to the next Super Sixer. And that goes to St. Joseph's Kachapara. St. Joseph's Atish Dibajoti. I hope this subject is to your taste and liking. Let's put in the subject. Search engines. Adish, you're majorly into computers. Apart from video games, you said programming, coding, all the rest of it. Dibajoti, this should be interesting for you too. Let's put in the 9 choices into the tiles.
Sir, Bing.
There they are. We'll start your time now.
Sir, Bing.
Bing, you say, okay? Bing.
Yahoo.
Google, you say.
Yahoo.
Yahoo, you say.
Google.
Yes, we took Google. 3 more.
I'm not sure about any more. I don't know. I have no idea actually.
Discuss with each other.
Because I know that Outlook isn't there. That I'm sure. So we shouldn't take Outlook. From the rest 5, we have to take any 3. Do you think anyone? Dropbox isn't there. I know that also. Now from rest 4.
Eliminated Outlook and Dropbox. 5 seconds. You want to name any?
No sir. Wait.
You're happy with just 3?
Yes.
So Google, of course, Bing, also, of course, and Yahoo, absolutely, of course. They're all correct. Here are the ones you missed. Let's have all the answers up on the board. Outlook, Slack, and Dropbox. You'd got Outlook, you'd got Dropbox, but you missed Yandex, which is a Russian search engine, and Baidu, which is Chinese and very well known indeed. Okay, so you pick up 15 points in Joseph's over there and improve your score. I know you'll be happy with that. Let's move on to the next team. And that team happens to be Pratap Public School, Karnal. Your set is this. Get them all right, get all 6, and you'll get 40 points. Okay,
Yes,
Dada Saheb Phalke Award winners. Okay, let's put in the 9 choices onto the board.
Amitabh
Name
Bachchan.
6. You have to name 6 who did win the award. We'll start your time now.
Amitabh Bachchan.
Amitabh Bachchan, correct.
Is it Satyajit Ray? Archit?
Satyajit.
It is that Vinod Khanna.
Vinod Khanna, let's lock it.
Archit Gulzar.
What?
Can it be Gulzar?
Gulzar.
Yes, Gulzar.
Let's see, both your hands up, please, both of you. Both your hands up, please. Archit, you too.
I am not sure about Gulzar.
And what about Satyajit Ray?
What?
Gulzar. Okay.
Put
I
in
think we should
Gulzar
go-
and put both your hands up. Archit, Vibhor.
Gulzar, sir, please.
Yeah, Gulzar, absolutely, I agree.
Satyajit Ray.
Yes, sir, Satyajit Ray.
Suddenly you decided Satyajit Ray. Okay, let's put that in. Okay, we put that all in. Okay. So you got in 4 where you could have gotten in more. But let's see how many you got right. You said Amitabh Bachchan. You said Vinod Khanna. Both are correct. You said Gulzar. That is also correct. Satyajit Ray. Of course, what made you suddenly decide it was correct? After hesitating, I don't know, but that is correct. You got 4. That is 20 points for the public school.
Yes, sir.
So, let's see what the correct answers are. You missed Asha Bhosle and Manna De. The ones who weren't awarded the Dada Saheb Phalke Award so far are Rishi Kapoor, Sanjeev Kumar, and Rajesh Khanna. 20 points for you, Pratap Public School, Karnal. Let's move on to the next team, and that is St. Thomas Residential from Thiruvananthapuram. Okay, guys, you're doing well. You can try and improve your score and get as high as you can. Siddharth and Nakul, this is your subject. Career Grand Slam winners. That means people who, in their total career, have won all 4 Grand Slam titles, which is Australian, French, Wimbledon, and US. Okay? Those are called Career Grand Slam winners. Okay? If you're ready, let's put in the 9 names onto the screen. Which 6 of them?
Novak Djokovic.
Career Grand Slam, we'll start your time now.
Novak
Novak
Djokovic.
Djokovic. Rafael Nadal is there, right?
Wait a minute.
Yeah, Rafael
Novak
Nadal is there.
Djokovic, you said.
Andre Agassi.
You said Rafael Nadal.
Boris Becker.
You said Andre Agassi.
Siddharth, is Andre Agassi there?
I think yes. Boris Becker. Boris Becker.
Boris Becker. All
Steffi
right.
Graf is there?
You think
Yes.
Steffi Graf is there? You have 23 seconds. You can change at any point, boys. There are at least 6 in here which are correct.
Is Maria Sharapova there?
I don't know. I think you can lock it now.
Yeah.
You're willing to lock. Okay. You missed some very obvious ones. Okay. But you got in 4 locked there. Let's see which ones are right, if they're all right or not. Novak Djokovic, is that correct? That is correct, as is Rafael Nadal, as is Steffi Graf, as is Andre Agassi. What about Boris Becker? Both of you agreed on that. Is that correct? That is wrong. You're back to 0. The very obvious one you missed is Leander Paes. Okay, as part of a doubles team, he's had career Grand Slam as separately as Mahesh Bhupathi and Maria Sharapova. So if you'd got those 6 right, you would have matched the board. But, well, you've got a healthy score and you're still on top, but you made one slightly reckless error and uncertain error on this, but you need to be sure about which ones are right in this round. That's your Super Sixer block. Let's move on to the last team to take on a Super Sixer. That is the team from Pawar Public School. Okay, Pawar Public, this is your subject. Hill stations in India. Okay, which 6 are hill stations? We'll start your time of Super Sixer on your hill stations after you see the 9 choices on the board. There they are. 6 of them are hill stations, 3 of them are not. We'll start your time now.
Mathiran is there.
Mathiran. Let's lock it. Kunnur, you'd say. Let's lock that.
Dharamshala.
Dharamshala. Lock it.
Munnar is there?
I think so.
What did you say, Munnar?
Yes.
Yeah.
Munnar, let's lock Munnar.
I am only.
You can
Do
eliminate.
you think we should remove anything?
Here, we need your hands up. There are at least 6 answers which are right there. You can change, you can lock, you can do what you like. Tell me what you want to do.
Sir, we'll go with this.
We'll go with this. You've named only 4 and your score is pretty comfortable so far, but is it enough to take you into the leader spot? We don't know. You said Mathiran, which is in your neighborhood, is correct. Kunnur in Tamil Nadu also correct. Dharamsala in Himachal correct. Munnar in Kerala. But the ones you missed are Lansdowne, which is in Uttarakhand, and Pachmadi, which is in Madhya Pradesh. And of course, Hampi, Ranthambore and Dudhwa are wrong. You could have eliminated, but you got 20 points, which is good going. So we had a lot of action. Only one team missing out completely. I think there was only one team, if I remember right. But let's see what it is on the scoreboard. Let's put all the scores into the scoreboard and see how things stand with all of the teams. 2 teams tied in top spot, Pawar Public and St. Thomas Residential. In 3rd place, it's St. Joseph's Kachapara. 4th is Pratap Public School, Karnal. Tied in 5th place, but with a very respectable score of 60 apiece, is Faith Academy and Don Bosco from New Delhi and Bandel, respectively. We have one more round to go in which 60 points are at stake. Teams could win or lose up to 60 points. We call that round the final countdown. In the final countdown, we have 6 direct questions which will be open to all teams on the buzzer. There are plus 10 points for a correct answer, but minus 10 points for a wrong one. So 60 points could go either way. Once assigned, remember, teams must answer instantly. I will not complete the question if you buzzed in midway through the question, okay? Let's take a look at the scores at this point of time. Teams are pretty closely bunched together. We've had a fast and furious round of quizzing. I hope the buzzer will see good answers coming from the teams. Remember, 3 teams will make it through to the national final. Which are those 3 teams going to be? From where I stand, this contest is wide open. It could be any 3 teams depending on their performance in the final countdown. Teams, hands ready on the buzzer. If you're ready, here is the final countdown. Question number 1. Which water-soluble vitamin is also known as ascorbic acid? We have Archit Singla from Pratap Public School, Karnal, going for it. Yes, what's your answer, Archit?
Vitamin C.
Vitamin C is the correct answer. 10 points to you, Pratap Public School, and you move up by 10 points over there. Very good going indeed. So you're tied in 3rd place now with St. Joseph's Kachrapara. Question number 2. Whose birthday on January 12th Somebody's gone for it already. You'll have to answer it. It is, wait a minute. That is Atish Jha. Answer me.
Sir, Swami Vivekanand.
I'll complete the question. Whose birthday on January 12th is celebrated as the National Youth Day? It is Swami Vivekanand. That is absolutely correct, Atish. St. Joseph's Kanchapara get 10 points because of that answer. Teams, wait till I name the person before venturing your answer. Okay, otherwise you might blurt out the answer and give it to another team. Question number 3 with 3 teams tied in top spot on 90. It couldn't get closer. And remember, 3 teams make it through to the finals. Okay? Any team could still make it. We have 4 questions left. Okay. Question number 3. Which planet is named after the Roman god of war? It is Shaurya Agarwal of Faith Academy.
Sir, Jupiter.
Jupiter is incorrect. It is Mars. So 10 points taken away. 3 questions to go. We are ready. Question number 4. Which Mahindra car brand shares its name with a large desert in India? Yes, it's Shaurya who's gone for it again.
Sir, Thar Desert.
Shaurya Thar is correct. So you make back that 10 points for Faith Academy, which you lost on the last one. Question number 5, just 2 points left. 2 questions left, I beg your pardon. Question number 5. Dorothy Gale, the Cowardly Lion, and the Tin Man are characters from which children's novel? Nobody's gone for it so far. Once again, it's Atish Jha from St. Joseph's Kachapara. What's your correct answer?
Sir, the Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz is correct, St. Joseph's. That's good. You're on top spot now. You're at 100. You're on top of the table. Okay, the very last question. Question number 6. Are we going to see any change in the top 3 places? Let's find out. With the 6th question on final countdown, the URL www.panda.org will take you to the website of which international organization? It's Shaurya Agarwal once again from Faith Academy.
So,
www.panda.org was the question.
Sir, I pressed it accidentally.
That happened in the last semi-final too, but
Sir, I know the answer.
doesn't matter. We'll ask somebody else. Shaurya, you didn't give me a correct answer. Somebody says they want to give me the correct answer. It's Vibhor, I think, who wants to give me a correct answer. What is it, Vibhor?
Sir, WWF.
WWF, Worldwide Fund for Nature, is the correct answer. But Pratap Public, we can't give you points for that because the rule of the game is that in this final countdown, only the team that goes first for it on the buzzer gets a crack at it. If they get it right, they get points. If they get it wrong, they lose points and questions don't pass. But yes, you got it right over there. And there we have it. The final scores, we have a tie to break. First place is clear. But we have a tie to break for the second position between Pawar Public School, Mumbai and St. Thomas Residential, Thiruvananthapuram. Pawar Public, St. Thomas, fingers on your buzzer. Be ready. This is your buzzer question. Which ancient city was previously known as Constantinople? Siddharth has gone for it. What is the correct answer, Siddharth?
Istanbul.
Istanbul is the correct answer. So you are in second place over there, Siddharth and Nakul. Congratulations, in Pawar Public. You're in third place, but all 3 qualify. But at this point of time, let's bid adieu to the 3 teams which are in 4th, 5th, and 6th place. Effectively, Pratap Public School, Karnal, Don Bosco, Bandel, and Faith Academy, New Delhi. They go home, each of them with an e-certificate and a shield from IQL. That's something to keep and to remember your performance in this round. So congratulations and thank you so much for joining us on this contest. But it's time to congratulate the 3 qualifiers and the winners of this round according to their podium positions. In third place, it happens to be the team from Mumbai, Pawar Public School, De Mehta and Som Pednikar. You've done well, and you could have done even better because it was a tiebreaker that decided your place at the end. In second place is the team that was leading virtually till the penultimate round at St. Thomas Residential, Thiruvananthapuram, Siddharth and Nakul. Congratulations, but at top spot with a late surge in the last two rounds, particularly in the final countdown, it is the team from Kachrapara, that's St. Joseph's, Atik Shah and Dipajyoti Ghosh. We had a triumphant pain of joy coming from Dipajyoti over there, and Atik too was celebrating. Congratulations. All three teams have done very well, and all three teams get to keep a particular hamper from Yuva, which are these stationary gifts. That brings us to the end of another semi-final, and we are all set for the national final, which is up next, which will be contested from the top 6 middle school teams from all over the country. Don't miss it for anything. Till then, goodbye.